Hi, everyone, and welcome to today's live stream on the fear of being visible in your business. I'm Jacquelyn. This is a really popular topic I discovered yesterday when I did this twice on Insight Timer, and there were so many registrations for it. So obviously, there's quite a bit of fear out there amongst entrepreneurs about being visible in your business. And the interesting thing is, good morning, Suzanne. Lovely to have you here. The interesting thing is that this can happen. It doesn't matter what stage your business is at. So whether you are new to business and you are really not wanting to be visible and find yourself hiding and finding all sorts of excuses not to be visible, or whether you're well and truly into your business and you've got a well-established business, but you are implementing maybe a major change in your business and you're struggling, with it's almost like, I'm not sure that I want to put myself out there and be associated with this change. Hi, Anisha. Oh, how lovely to have you here. It's lovely to have anyone who's here, but I haven't seen you for a while, Anisha. So welcome. And so, yeah, you can have a six-figure business more, and you are maybe bringing in something new. Maybe you are revealing a little bit more of your woo side in your business. And just putting that out there puts you in such a vulnerable place that the visibility fears come up again. And it's like, hang on, I've been in this business 10 years. What's going on? But this is when it happens. It's like when we are stepping into new ground and we are feeling really stretched, we are exposing ourselves. And that's when these fears of being visible come up. So it's a really big topic. It's an important topic. And for those of you who are live, I'm really interested to know, is it something that is challenging for you, and how does it show up? It's quite interesting even in how that can show up. And admittedly, there is a cycle where energetically sometimes we can be out and we can be a lot more visible. And then other times we sort of pull right back in. But then, with being visible, like there's so much societal and cultural conditioning that comes into that. And so, certainly here in Australia, we have tall poppy syndrome, which is just generally in the sort of the culture of Australians, where those people who really stand out, those people who shine, who really, especially in terms of expressing who they really are and their truth, it's almost like they're cut down. They've got to fit in with the herd. You've got to come down and be here with us. And so if you have grown up in that type of culture, that's there. It's sort of insidious, but it's there. There are cycles for you as well, and so there's an honoring of the cycle. You don't want to be pushing yourself out to be visible. If every part of you is saying, I actually need to keep my energy in right now. So it's honoring the cycle, but I guess it's looking at, if your cycle is constantly that you are in and you are really not wanting to go out, well, then there could well be some stories and beliefs held in your energy body that are stopping that. And so, that's what I find the chakra most associated with this, just through observing my clients, is the solar plexus chakra. And it's almost like sometimes I see a cloak over the solar plexus chakra, like, I don't want to shine. Just let me stay here where it's safe and, where I'm not putting myself out there. And, I don't have to face the fact that someone might disagree with me. Someone might judge me. Someone might not like the color of my shirt. Someone might say that, oh, you're doing the same as so-and-so over there. All these external projections that we put out there and these stories that we seemingly make up, but very often they're based on an old story, a story that is down within our solar plexus. And it might not even be ours. It might be ancestral. So, these stories and beliefs make up sort of the denser aspects of our solar plexus energy. And so we're frightened to put ourselves out there. And the thing is, as soon as you commit to a business, you are committing to being visible. I mean, unless you've got a shop and the shop is nothing about you, a bookshop, nothing to do with you, well, then you can hide behind the shop in a way. But for many of us entrepreneurs and many of us who are online, we have to be visible. We have to be, because in many ways, we are the product. Our energy is the product. That is what is inviting people in, the way that we are showing up. And the other things like this visibility stuff, it can come from comparisonitis. Really inhibits sort of your visibility or your desire to be visible. And that can just come from stories growing up. It can come from being compared to other kids in your class. It can come from being compared to your siblings. So there's this idea of maybe not being good enough can come through in that. So this is all solar plexus stuff. And so if you do not feel good enough, it's hard to shine your light. It's hard to put yourself out there and stand up and say, look, I'm amazing. Come and work with me or come and buy from me. When you are carrying these stories around, and we all have them to a certain degree, we all carry them. And it's just about, I suppose, just that constant recognition of them and transmuting of them, however that happens for you. But ultimately, when you sort of peel it right back, what it comes back to is actual just complete love, self-love and self-acceptance. Because as you grow in that way, as you go on your personal journey and learn more about yourself and learn to see yourself through the eyes with compassion and to love all aspects of yourself, the stronger that becomes. So this is really connecting with the heart chakra, but the stronger that becomes, you find that what those people out there think of you, it's water off a duck's back. It just doesn't matter, because you know who you are and you honor who you are, and you're showing up as you are and sharing your truth, your wisdom, your light, and doesn't matter what they say, because you know that when you are doing that, you will, of course, attract in the people who are resonant with that, with you, the true you, and the vibrational frequency that you are holding when you're in that state. When you're filled with self-doubt, when you're not sure if you want to put yourself out there or not, when all those stories are coming up, you'll find energetically the people you attract in will probably reflect that. So, and they will reflect it because they might reflect it through judgment of you. So they're actually, there's that whole sort of projection happening both ways. So ultimately, as I say, the answer to this is to learn to fall in love with yourself, to remember who you truly are, to remember your essence, your soul essence that's come down in this physical body to have this amazing adventure. Not always fun, but maybe from the soul's perspective it is. But and just remembering who you really are, and that you're here for a reason. You have certain gifts to share, and no one else has those. No one else has your energetic makeup, your frequency. It's purely yours. And if you hide it, you are hiding something from the earth. You are hiding something from humanity that no one else can bring in. So it doesn't matter if there's 1,000 other people in your neighborhood offering the same thing, because everyone is different. And if you hide because of that, because you're too busy comparing yourself to others or feeling not as good as those others, well, then you are not giving yourself a chance to shine your true light. And which means that people who really are looking for that, they don't get the opportunity to come in and work with you or buy from you. So, it's a big journey, and but like everything in business, it's a personal journey. So, the other thing actually that came up in conversation when I was sharing this live yesterday was the witch wound and the role that the witch wound plays in also in your fear of being visible. So, if you're listening now or if you're listening to this later and you don't know anything about the witch wound, it's a phrase coined by Lisa Lester, who wrote a book called Witch. I haven't read the book. I started to read it, but actually the book wasn't really truly resonant with me, um, but the phrase was. And I came across the phrase elsewhere, and that's why I wanted to start reading her book to feel where that came from in her. But for me, the phrase explained so much about what I was seeing, particularly in the throat chakra of female entrepreneurs, where they were either like often when I look visually, I see symbols. So I would actually see like hands around the throat, or I would see the fire, or I would see the noose around the neck, and just this incredible constriction. And I was seeing that over and over and over again. And it stopped them from showing up and sharing their voice. It stopped them from wanting to be visible. And so when I came across this term, it was like, that is exactly what I'm seeing. And the way that she described it is that it is an energy held in the female consciousness related to those centuries of women being killed, or certainly being ostracized and being judged as being witches, purely for allowing the innate qualities of being a woman out, such as your intuition, your connection with the earth, your healing with, bringing through the healing energies, the midwifery energies, all of those things that women have traditionally done through history, because it's a natural part of who they are. Now, I think the energy is actually not just held in the female consciousness. I think it's held in the consciousness of everyone, because our soul has had experiences as male and female, probably many times, and probably many times through those centuries. So, and there were certainly many men also who were killed and burned during that period for their gifts. But because I work with female entrepreneurs, I just see this so strongly in the energy body. And so this affects the throat chakra in terms of just speaking who you are, speaking your gifts, allowing every aspect of yourself to be revealed. But it also shows up in the base chakra, because if you do not feel safe, your base is incredibly unstable. And with an unstable base, it's very difficult to express who you are, to express your truth, to to be visible, pointing down to my solar plexus area, to be visible if you don't feel safe. And if your energy body contains stories or beliefs from experiences in your life, or experiences in the lives of your ancestors, or experiences that your soul has had in other incarnations that say this is dangerous, do not speak your truth, do not shine your light, do not stand out. You will draw attention to yourself. You could get killed. So if that story is sitting there, is it any wonder that you put your invisibility cloak on when it comes to business? And I think we can beat ourselves up a lot around this, and especially when we are new to business and we're in this whole new terrain, and we have to trust ourselves and trust that we are good enough, that our message is good enough, that our gifts are good enough, that we are able to have a business and have a successful business. So we're dealing with all that as well, which, of course, that sort of the compounding of that creates a lot of fear around visibility. So those of you alive, if you have any comments around that, if that's bringing up anything for you, please share. It is, it does go deep. And as I said, that's why it doesn't matter how old your business is, how long you've been in business. There might be upgrades that you go through where this does come up again. So, and if you are listening to the replay, please share if this is bringing up anything for you, any fears you have around visibility. Please put it in the comments so that I can read it, because I think it's really good. I think it's very helpful to just identify it, because we could be blaming it on anything in our business, but to actually recognize that maybe it is from these old fears that we have. Maybe it is coming from being told to sit down and shut up as a child. Like, if you got that all the time, maybe at home or in the classroom, or if you got that and suddenly you're like, okay, stand up and speak out, as an adult, it's like, what? After closing your throat chakra down, of not trusting yourself, not following your intuition, not believing that what you had to say or offer was good enough. And suddenly you have to overcome that quickly and get out there and share it. Well, yeah, there's going to be a bit of challenge. There's a challenge in that. So, yeah, being very gentle with yourself in that. And then the other thing is, if we bring in the business side of it, part of what the business's role is to magnify who you are to the world. So, not only are you just being visible on your own, you're being visible through a business. And the role of the business is to get you out there to more people. And that's why you're in a business. And so the business energy is also affected. If you are carrying these stories a lot about being visible, it's almost like you're also putting a cloak, an invisibility cloak, over the business itself as well. So the business's solar plexus and base chakra and maybe throat chakra will also carry these energies. So I think that's probably enough of the spiel. Please, if you are listening to the video and listening to the replay, I really appreciate it if you can like this video, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well, so that whenever I go live, you get a notification. While I think of that, actually, just to let you know, next week I won't be live. I will be down in Victoria camping and walking on the Great Ocean Road with my kids. Well, two of my three kids and a girlfriend. So my son's girlfriend. So I'm going to be offline. So I will not be doing lives next week. But the week after, I will be back, and we're looking at overgiving in your business. So make sure you're subscribed so you get that notification bell. So let's go into today's meditation. As usual, we'll be inviting your business in, and I'll be focusing a lot on your energy body, but the what we're doing in the transmuting of energies and the activation will also happen with your business's energy body. So get yourself comfortable and let's get started. So closing your eyes. And taking your focus down to your feet chakras on the balls of your feet. Opening those chakras beautifully wide. And inviting the earth energy to flow up into your feet, into your body, reconnecting you with the earth. And as her energy flows into you, grow down your root system from your feet chakras. So take those roots deep, spread them out wide. Feel those roots anchoring you, holding you, supporting you. And then take a deep breath in, fill your lungs, and breathing out, let go, empty your mind. Take another deep breath in, and this time fill your whole body with the breath. And then release that breath out through your feet chakras, sending your breath down into the earth. And with your next in-breath, draw up that earth energy. Feel her flow up through your roots, through your feet, up through your body, nurturing your body. And on your out-breath, the breath passes out through your crown and it goes up out to the cosmos. And as your breathing returns to its normal rhythm, just see that energy that you sent up circling around, circling back down into the earth, coming back up through your root system and back through you. And while you're plugged into the earth like this energy flows continuously. And this energy connects you to all that is. It's connecting you to the divine. It's connecting you to the earth. It's connecting you to everything. But you must be plugged in. And believe you me, life becomes significantly more effortless when you are plugged in like this. So now invite your business to come in and join you. So imagine your business entity is coming from a distance. It's coming towards you. Notice how it's showing up today, what form it's taking on, and what that form means to you. What sort of message is your business giving you by the way it's showing up? So just playing around with that in your imagination. And then your business is coming right up into your space. Now, if you weren't able to see anything, perhaps now it's in your aura, you can feel its energy. So welcome it into our sacred circle. Notice if it's grounded, it might need some roots growing out of its energy body to anchor it down. And also see that flow of energy moving through it that you just saw move through yourself, that you just activated up from the earth, through the energy body, up and around. And now connect in with your business through your hand chakras. So placing your hands out in front of you with your palms facing upwards, your elbows are by your side. And invite your business to place its energy into the palms of your hands. And notice what sensation you're feeling today in your hands that's coming from your business. So it might feel like a heat, a tingling, a coldness, a pressure. Okay, so just notice what you're feeling there. Notice if it's more on one side than the other, or if it's fairly equal. And then just do a scan of your body and notice how your body is reacting to your business. Are there any sensations in any other parts of your body? Maybe even the base chakra area or the solar plexus or the throat, since we were talking about those chakras. There might be some sort of response to your business. It might be just a response in your physical body. And also observe if you're feeling any emotion as you connect with your business. Whether you're feeling joyful, playful, maybe a bit angry, maybe a bit sort of standoffish, just observing that. And then ask your business, is there anything it wants to share with you? Right at this moment, is there anything at all it wants to share with you? Or if you have a specific question you'd like to ask your business, you can ask that instead. And then to help you get an answer, sometimes it helps just to take a deep breath in. And as you release, just imagine your mind emptying, ask the question, and allow the answer to just float in across your mind. You might get words, you might get a symbol. You might actually hear the words. We're all different. Trust what comes in. Try not to push it away. And the more you do this, the better you get at it. And then thank your business for whatever you received. Don't worry if nothing came in. Maybe through the meditation you'll receive something. Maybe afterwards you will. And then relax your hands back down. And take your focus down into your solar plexus area. So that's just between the bottom of your rib cage and your belly button. You might even find, just with the conversation we had before the meditation, your solar plexus might even feel a little bit stirred up energetically. You might be feeling even butterflies or a bit of nausea. So imagine that your business's solar plexus is right opposite yours, and sitting in between is this yellow sun energy. So it's just like a small version of the sun sitting between your solar plexus and your businesses. And the sun is radiating energy into the solar plexus of you and your business. So you're getting these rays of energy coming into your solar plexus. And these rays of energy are there to assist the transmutation of some of those denser energies associated with the old stories or beliefs or memories that you have. So, if any of those stories came to you consciously, you might like to feed those into the rays of the sun, into this fiery energy to transmute them. If you aren't aware of anything in particular, it's okay, because it's still going to transmute whatever you are ready to let go at this moment in time. So I'm just doing a little bit of energy work to help that. Now, as that's happening, the same thing is happening to your business to shift the energy of stories there. It's interesting. I can see there's a lot of those stories in the business actually have come from clients or customers. So they're not all necessarily associated with you. So you just focus on feeding those stories into the rays of the sun. And I'm just going to do a bit of energy work to help shift those. So releasing anything around not being good enough. And this isn't just in your own work. This is not being good enough in your business, not being a good enough business person. Interesting one coming up now is not feeling unique, just feeling like you're just down amongst everyone else. There's nothing really standing out in who you are or in what you offer. So if that rings a bell for you, just feeding that in to the rays of the sun. And that's also being held in the business energy bodies a little bit. Fear of failing is coming up very strongly, associated with the base chakra, some ancestral stories there. So if there's anything there, any story from your life around that, around a fear of failing, feed that in. And actually, interesting, the flip of that too is fear of not being the best. And some of us can have that story. I had that story a little bit from my school days. Came from my father. So again, that's another thing that can block your visibility. If you're not going to be the best, why would you do it? And the best obviously comes from comparing, not the best version of yourself. That is exactly what we're wanting. Okay, so just take one deep breath into your solar plexus and just release the last of it with the out breath. And even though that sun is still there and just doing a little bit more of its release work, I want you to take your focus to your crown chakra. And coming through your crown chakra is a golden, almost like a golden stream of light, but it's like gold, metallic gold. And it's coming in, and it's like it's coming from the sort of energy of your soul, and it's sending down this golden light, and it's passing through the crown and through your whole energy body and down into your solar plexus. And it's like this is bringing you the truth of who you are. It is reminding you that you are a spark of the divine in a physical form. You're just having a little play down here in physical form, but right at the heart of it, you are a spark of the divine. And so this golden energy flowing down is a reminder of that. Now, there's also a golden energy flowing down into the business that's coming from the business blueprint, reminding it of what it is, reminding that business of why it's an entity here on the physical plane. So your business is receiving that in the solar plexus as you're receiving yours. And it's filling your solar plexus now with more this gold energy, this metallic gold energy. Like really so much value in it. Like that's what I'm getting. It's just priceless. And it's radiating out a light, the golden light, just glowing from your solar plexus chakra as you remember this truth. And it's like, why would you want to dull the spark of your divine essence? Why would you want to hide that? Why would you not allow that to be visible? It's actually what you're here to do, is to make that visible here on this earthly plane. So feel your golden light getting stronger, and the golden light of your business is getting stronger. It's so powerful. And I'm going to bring through, it's a prayer that's being placed in your solar plexus. So take the vibrational frequency of what I'm saying and feed it into your solar plexus. If you feel to direct it into your throat and base or anywhere else, you are welcome to. But it's almost like this prayer is to anchor in that energy that has just come through, this direct connection with your soul, reminding you of your essence, of what you really are. So receive this energy in now. Hirandolea kuyetelem bokwa kushtenya nikolenete han nikole ante kosto kula hindeki shtonya kue tilaniste kostanya tistoya hulende eboa holene kianata kushte sutanya. I see you. So as you sit in this energy, it's as though the filters, the veils that you had put around yourself to make you less visible, it's as though they've just dropped away. And your golden light, this light of you being in your power, shining your light, it's so strong. And as you sit in this energy, turn to face your business again, or have it right in front of you again, and connect back in through your hand chakras. And feel how your business's energy is now. And ask your business, what is our next step in being more visible? What is our next step in being more visible? Take a deep breath in if that helps you to empty your mind, and release and allow the answer to come in. Don't worry if you're not receiving anything immediately. Because you've asked your business the question, the answer will come. Maybe not through your business, maybe it will come through another channel. But your questions are always answered. You just don't always receive the answer because you're not open to new channels. So know that it will come. Thank your business for sharing. Thank it for being, this magnificent stage for you to stand upon and share your gifts. And then your business energy fades away. And bring your focus down to your feet chakras. Feeling the earth energy flowing up that we connected in with at the beginning. And this time use that energy to bring you back into your body. So just taking your time, moving your fingers, your toes, your arms and legs. Stretch. Whatever you need to do to come back into your physical body. When you're ready, open your eyes. Come back into our space. And whether you're live now or listening to the replay, feel free to share anything of your experience. I actually found that quite powerful within my body, as very often I don't feel it strongly when I'm leading it, but I felt that quite strongly in my body. My pleasure, Suzanne. Thank you for being here. And also just a reminder, if you are listening to the replay, that if you are interested in joining my 5-week soul journey, remember, the early bird for that finishes on Sunday the 12th. So the early bird's $144, saving you $44. So this is going to be an incredibly profound journey in helping you to remember the gifts that you mastered in other incarnations of your soul. So it's about, we are such in a time now of integrating all of that so we can really be visible, really show up in the world with all our gifts. So the link to that is in the show notes here or in the comments below. Wrong platform, show notes, that's podcast. So in the comments below. And also you can go to the homepage of my website, jacquelynatkins.com. You can click on the link there to find out more information if you are interested in remembering all of who you are. So as I mentioned at the beginning, I will be away next week, so I will not be live, but I'll be back the week after, and we will be talking about overgiving in your business and sharing a meditation about that. So thank you for joining me. Thanks for being here, Suzanne. Thank you, everyone. Hi, Kat. Oh, you joined in again. Okay. The sessions are up to 90 minutes long in Remember. So they'll go between 60 to 90 minutes, but allow 90 minutes for that. So, yeah. So if you're interested, or if you have any questions like Kat just did about about Remember, please just pop it in the comments and I'll answer that. So thanks everyone for being here. Have a gorgeous day. Suzanne, I may see you again soon on my next call. And I will see you in 2 weeks' time here on YouTube. Mwah. Lots of love, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.